So, Forza Horizon 5 just released on the PS5. Of course, this coming after 4 years from its original release exclusively on Xbox. Now I know that many people, including myself, have always wanted to play Xbox games, some Xbox games at least, in their life, but they couldn't because it didn't have an Xbox, just a PlayStation or just a Nintendo Switch. But now it's a golden time that we live it. Now I have only played Forza Horizon 4 several years ago on friend's Xbox One, so never got in touch with Forza 5 until just now, when my best friend wanted to order the Ultimate Edition, which came with a few days of early access, and I played a few hours, and here are my thoughts. Keep in mind, I have only owned PlayStations throughout my whole life, and a Nintendo Switch, but mostly I have been playing PlayStation exclusive games and third-party games, such as Need for Speed and so on, and GTA and Assassin's Creed and stuff, right? So I haven't really gotten in touch with Xbox games as a whole, right? Of course, that Forza Horizon 4 I mentioned was like 1 or 2 hours, right? And I really got the feel of it a little bit, and I knew that Forza 5 getting into PS5 would be a very big deal. So without further ado, here is my experience with Forza Horizon 5 on a PS5. I really wanted to see if, or maybe I wanted to have it confirmed that we're gonna see the Xbox Games logo on a PS5, which was true, of course, and that was kind of surreal to see. But then it got really fun, because I was prompted with the menu, and I had the option to start playing, or to go to settings. And for a few years, I made a habit of getting into settings first to make sure that everything is how I want it to be, and that's where I had the first problems. Because in order to get into settings, Forza Horizon 5 wanted me to log in, or to rather link my account with the Microsoft account. I said, alright, I took out my phone, I scanned the QR code, put in the code, and then my phone said that I'm good to go. But then, turned out it lied to me, because the console said, no, you're not able to play Horizon tonight, Forza tonight, I'm sorry. And I kept trying and trying again and again and again, and it still didn't work. And I really got pissed at Microsoft, right? Because I thought maybe they didn't really plan out this early access thing well enough. So I had to wait until today, the official launch day, to actually play it. But unfortunately, it wasn't the case. I just restarted the console, and then I was able to connect from first try. But that was a headache and a half. And kind of stupid as well. I mean, very, very strange at least, because I had put the console on sleep mode the whole day so that the game can download, and as soon as the game was available to play, I opened it, right? So it should have been okay from the get-go, in my opinion, but it wasn't. So then, like I said, the first thing I did was to enter settings. I did adjust a few things. I put it in performance mode, so I have that was sweet 60 FPS, because it's all about gameplay. Of course, I also put everything into the metric system, because I cannot wrap my hand around the Imperial system. But the thing that really annoyed me a little bit was in the language settings. I could choose from a vast list of languages. Not Romanian, I would have appreciated. I mean, I would have been surprised if they had Romanian, but they had Hungarian, which I'm pretty sure there are less people speaking Hungarian than there are people speaking Romanian. But I'm guessing it's because Microsoft doesn't have an official market in Romania, but they have in Hungary, right? But PlayStation has an official market in Romania, so they have games in Romanian. Probably not for Microsoft. Not that a big deal. I put it to English, it's okay. And then I got greeted with a tutorial when I got into the game, right? And the tutorial was good, of course. What would you expect, right? It's a AAA Microsoft game, or rather a AAA first-party game, right? It was amazing. Of course, it did what it had to do. Introduced you to the world, to the gameplay, to the mechanics, right? It gave you to play around with a few cars, right? To get you to one destination, to this Horizon Festival, Forza, yeah, Horizon Festival in Mexico. It was good. It was really good. Although at one point I did notice a few pop-ins, right, from trees. You can see them on the screen right now. But I don't really condemn it, because I was going really fast with the car, right? I'm a really good driver. Not a biggie. I mean, I only noticed because I was looking for stuff like that, right? Otherwise I wouldn't notice. But then after the tutorial, when I had to choose my license plate, the game really flexed a little bit. It flexed those ray tracing, right? That ray tracing. Of course, back in 2021 when this game released, it was a big new thing, right? Because with the Xbox Series X and S and the PS5, there's this whole new world of ray tracing in every game. And back then it was impressive, right? Also with Spider-Man and stuff, right? Nowadays it's, what else is new, right? But it flexed. Yeah, it looked really good. So then I played a few races so that it opens the map. I got into the Hot Wheels DLC, which, let me tell you, was really good too. And I really didn't know what to expect, actually. We obviously know Hot Wheels Unleashed and Unleashed 2. There you are really feeling the size of it, right? That you're just a toy car going really fast and drifting for however many centimeters, right? But no, in this in this universe, in this Horizon universe, you are big ass full-blown cars, right? In a Hot Wheels aesthetic, yeah, with larger than life Hot Wheels themed circuits, right? That are basically toys in theory, but they're not because they're life size. So yeah, I played a few races offline, of course, doing a mission or campaign and stuff, right? During Hot Wheels and also during the normal world. But then I thought myself I wanted a little challenge. So I went online and I was shook because of course I'm just beginning, right? I think I was level 4 and I was competing against guys like level 500, miles above me, right? Level wise. And I couldn't catch up to them, not by any chance. Guys who probably started 4 years ago and never put a controller down or never played anything else, or I mean, what else can you play on an Xbox? Just kidding. In conclusion, after several hours of playing Forza Horizon 5, I thought that it plays, or it feels, it looks, no, has a general feeling of a mix between like Need for Speed, right? Need for Speed Unbound was the last title that they put out, and Dirt 5. Because with help of this here DualSense controller, you are really able to feel the difference between textures that you are driving on, right? You can feel the difference between asphalt and dirt, for example, right? And that's where this mix came into my mind, right? Between Need for Speed and Dirt 5, because in Dirt 5 you're driving on dirt most of the time and really feel your controller shaking a lot. But because of the nice haptics that this PS5 controller has, you really feel it nicely, right? They're not just generic vibrations that you feel on a normal controller, right? Like a DualShock 4 or an Xbox controller. So I really think that now that they ported Forza Horizon 5 onto PS5, it is really the best way to play this game. Of course, it runs smoothly, just like it does in the Series X probably. Great gameplay, right? It looks amazing and it feels amazing because, mostly because of these DualSense controllers and because of those haptic feedbacks. I would have expected more from the adaptive triggers. Mostly feel them on the brake trigger, right, on the left trigger, L2, but I kind of expected them to use the right trigger as well, right, R2. When you accelerate, right, you feel a little push, like, but you don't, sadly. They mostly use the brake one. Maybe they'll implement that at a later date. But yeah, these have been my thoughts on Forza Horizon 5 as a PS5 player. Tell me how wrong I am in the comment section below. If you agree with what I said, slap a like on the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And not forget to follow me on my Instagram. The link is down in the description below. But thank you very much for letting me ramble at you today. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourselves. And goodbye.